Emily here with J. Bowen and Company. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come on here. Y'all, it's bright with this light on here. That's really bright. So I'll just wait till some of you guys get here. But for the replay, we are going to, it's Saturday night, first of all, and I was just sitting here doing some painting and prepping and just having a little bit of fun. I was supposed to be cleaning, and I was cleaning, but you know, you can only clean so long. I got a little distracted with some painting, so I thought might as well just jump on here and paint and prep and have a little bit of fun with you guys. So Emily here with J. Bowen. I see there's a couple people getting on here. If you've never been here before, welcome. And if you have, welcome back. We're gonna have some fun tonight. It's Saturday night. I am in the middle of just doing some painting and some prepping, and I'm getting ready for my next video. So I thought I might as well do that with you guys instead of just doing it here by myself. So we are going to be talking about the new release. Y'all are gonna get a sneak peek of my next video. I'll show you some things I'm working on. And I've just got a few things that I wanted to paint. You know, when you get the feeling that you just want to paint, you just got to do it. And so that's how I feel. So grab yourself something to drink. I've got me a Diet Coke right here with some ice. I'm going to pour me a drink, so you guys pour you a drink and say hello. I would love to hear from you. Let me know where you're from, what you're doing tonight. Are you just cruising YouTube? I'm gonna turn this down a little bit so y'all can see what we're doing here. So on the next week's video, or hopefully it'll be tomorrow, I'm planning on putting out a new video tomorrow, and I'm thinking it's going to be called Boutique. Hey Kathy, how are you? Boutique thrift flips. So thrift flips that look like boutique. I had a name for it and I've got to look back at it, but basically like thrift flips that look boutique. Okay, so that is my next thing that I'm doing. Hey Georgia girl, I'm so glad y'all are here tonight. I didn't really know who would be on or whatever, but I thought that I would go ahead and jump on here and we just have a little fun. I love the lives. It's been a long week between school is just got out this week. Wednesday was the kids' last day of school, awards day. We had the big Iron Orchid Design release. A lot of great. Why am I wearing an apron? I'm wearing an apron because I'm painting, and this shirt is one of my new vintage t-shirts from Old Navy, and I don't want to get it dirty. So I wear an apron because I'm going to be painting. So last time I wore a fusion apron and someone got all mad, but if Debbie from DIY wants to give me an apron, I can wear the DIY apron. I just don't have a DIY apron, so I thought I'd go neutral tonight. This is just a great apron. I probably have, like, no joke, probably about 10 aprons, and I wear them all the time. This one just is usually what I do my cooking in, but it's okay if it gets painted on. They've got a lot of good aprons, like at Hobby Lobby. I'm not wearing any shoes. I'm barefooted. What kind of question is this? Goofy questions tonight. So anyway, we are going to be going over some of the new release. We're really going to be just doing projects tonight. My head's hurting also. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, so I am working on several things. Like I said, you're going to get a sneak peek of what I'm doing. I am working on this really cool, I don't know if y'all can see it. It is a toolbox. This is the back side of the toolbox. Okay, it is an old Craftsman, I'm going to turn around so you can see, an old Craftsman's toolbox. Okay, see that? At first I originally, whoa, look at my mess over there. Sorry about that, guys. I've got all these wires here because my phone's charging up too. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm going to work on this Craftsman's toolbox. It was silver or gray, but it was all beat up, scratched up. I looked it up and I think it said it was worth about $100, which was pretty good, but it was pretty sad looking. It was pretty sad looking. It was all, I don't know in that condition if it would be worth $100, but I thought that we would make it over in a boutique style and make it look a little better. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I thought that was funny. So, yeah, I don't know if you heard me say, but if Debbie wants to send me an apron, hey, go for it, Debbie. I would love for her to send me an apron. I do not have an apron, but I have to wear an apron. Otherwise, I will, unless I wear my horrible clothes, which I usually do, I will absolutely destroy my clothes. So, I don't know, Kathy, did you see my answer about, you know, I promote DIY paint, I promote fusion paint, I promote rethunk junk paint, and it's a long story, and I'm not going to go into it why I carry all these different paints. But I love all the paints, and so I promote them all. And you know, when I signed up for Debbie's DIY paint, she knew I sold fusion paint because I told her. Anyway, on the application, so that was like nothing, no big deal. Anyway, long story short, this is, can y'all see this? It's kind of funny on my end because all of that writing is right there, but I don't know if it shows up like that on your end. But this was an old an old Craftsman toolbox. I cleaned it really good. This is going to be part of the video that is coming up tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take the new Ditsy Bloom paper right here. This is the new paint inlay. And I am going to cover it and make it look kind of like a vintagey boutique style. I know, that's what I'm saying. If she would send me an apron, I could wear that one. But I haven't even, you can't buy one. They don't have them for sale on the website. Maybe she has some. And I would love to wear that apron. But anyway, we're going to put, these are paint inlays. If you've never used a paint inlay, they are cool. They're one of my favorite products from IOD, Iron Orchid Designs. I think they're probably one of the most underutilized products that Iron Orchid Designs has. And I think it's because a lot of people are scared to use them. I'm not scared to use them. And I have used them on a number of my videos, and I'm trying to spread the word and teach you guys so you will know how to use them and you won't be scared of them and you'll have fun. If you've ever used a paint inlay, raise your hand. If you have, I mean, you know, I won't be able to see, but like hit the like button or say something. If you want to learn how to use paint inlay, let me know. But I have a lot of videos showing you how to use these paint inlays. So you can look at most of my videos. A lot of them have those. But what we're going to do is we're going to be covering them. So this is, the paint inlays are 16 by 12. And you've got 8 different pages. So you've got, there's 2 of this particular one. There is 1 of this one. I love this one. You know, this reminds me of my bedspread when I went to, my comforter when I went to, can y'all see that? It's yellow stripes when I went to college. It was one of these like Laura Ashley ones, I believe. Or maybe it was Ralph Lauren, I can't remember. But anyway, and then here's another one. It's hard to see, but it's lavender and little flowers. It comes with these blank pages too. And then that's that same one. You get 2 of this one too. 2 different floral ones, but different colors. And then this is the second one of, well, no, that's a little bit different, isn't it? This is a little bit different than, oh, you know what? That would be perfect. I hadn't even seen this one. This one would be perfect, like right there. Because I was thinking about doing the floral, but this would be really cool. You know, I might have to use this floral one right there because there's 2 of them. Well, I guess there's 2 of these too, either one. Anyway, so basically these are really fun and easy to use. I'm gonna have to do the front part and probably the top part on my main video, but I thought I could do the back part on this video. So what do y'all think about that? Think that's a good idea? Y'all wanna see how to do this? What are you guys doing tonight? And what is a fact? Someone said that I want to hear a fact. I'm not quite sure I do want to hear a fact, because some of the facts people put on here are not always things I want to hear about, depending on who the person is. Okay, can y'all see this okay? Can y'all see? This is the back. I think I'm going to show y'all this because it would be easy to do on this live. And I think... how long will they be? I think they're fine. I mean, I'm sure you could have them for a long time because, I mean, they're just dry paint. It's like a piece of paper with dry paint. But I don't think they would go bad. I have some. I doubt they would go bad. And you might be surprised that once you do these, they're really fun and they're not hard. So I was thinking about on the back side, since it may not be seen. Well, let's see here. So anyway, we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be doing some prepping and stuff. You can see just fine. Okay, Luann, perfect. Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I know on the sides, I want to do that yellow stripe. I'm going to do the yellow stripe on the sides. Okay, this one is going on the sides. I'm going to probably do that off camera. So I may do either the purple one right here, but the only thing is the back of the toolbox, and I just don't know if I want to use that really pretty one on the back. What do y'all think? Should I just do like a floral one on the, well, no, you know what? That floral one might not be big enough. We'll see here. Okay. So on your end, see, like on my end, all that chatter, like everyone's talking fills up about a third of the screen. Is it like that on your end, or is that like under the picture? Okay, Shannon, you love them. They are so fun. I think I could do this. I think I'll do the purple on the back because I don't really want to put like the prettiest one on the front. I mean, this is pretty, but I like the ones that are, I think the other ones are a little bit prettier. I think these two are like the fillers. They're just fine, but they're like the fillers to me. The other one's a little bit prettier, in my opinion. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, this is one thing that I've learned the hard way several times. Can you see on the edge of this paint inlay right here? There is a little bit of white right there. You need to cut that off, or it can kind of, it's not going to mess up your project, but it can get in the way. Also, if you're interested in any of these products, like the IOD products, hold on one sec, come here.
You know
my daughter has a question. What?
You know where my book bag is?
Your book bag? Is it in the hallway right there? Or on the stairs? Sorry about that. So, yeah, I think they would be just fine. Because, see, it's just dry. Have you ever seen this, Kathy? It's just like, they're just dry paint. So until they're activated by water, I don't think it's going to mess anything up. So anyway, what you want to do, and I don't ever do this until afterwards, then I see it, and I'm like, well, shoot, I should have done that. So I'm just going to recommend going ahead and cutting this little bit off. So right now, only my husband and my daughter are home. My oldest son is with his dad, and my little boy is spending the night with my brother and his wife. So it's just 3 of us at the house tonight. So that's a quiet night for us with just the 3 of us. So I'm just going to cut this out like this.
I'm going to see if they're in the closet.
Okay, be careful. Okay, so we're just going to cut these off. So anyway, what I was saying, if you're interested in any of these products that you see on, that I'm showing you, any of the new release, you can go to the description and you can purchase any of these things that you happen to see. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help you. I love to help. So what are you guys doing tonight? What are y'all up to? Y'all talk to me. I don't want to be talking to myself all night long. Kind of weird when I'm just the one talking, so y'all talk. So my husband was in here watching TV a little while ago. Well, not in here. I'm kind of in the kitchen, and like right there is our living room. And my husband was in there, and I told him, I said, would you be offended if I did a live? And he's like, no, not at all. I was like, okay, well, that means you're going to have to leave and go to the bedroom and watch TV. So he's like, no problem. Okay, so there is this little edge here, but I think I probably should take it all the way to the edge. So what I've already done to this toolbox is I have already primed it. I primed it with, well, actually it's sitting right here. I don't know why. I did this the other day. I primed it with this primer because I thought I might be able to get this video out. Sometimes I have these expectations that I'm going to get a lot more done than I actually get done. I thought maybe I'd be able to get this done for the other video, but that didn't happen. So I decided to save it for this video. So hey Monica, how are you? You're making HTV vinyl shirts for my son-in-law. Is he on what's HTV? I'm working on a big planner with a sunflower and primitive molds. It's my birthday and I'm thinking, well, yeah, have some cake. Have some cake for all of us. I wish I had some cake right now. In fact, I was thinking about some cake earlier. I make this Texas sheet cake and I love it. So happy birthday, Kathy. Let's all tell Kathy happy birthday. I'm doing good and it's a heat transfer. I was thinking it was like a HGTV shirt. I'm like, what in the heck is that? Okay. So what you got to do here is we're just going to do this one section tonight. So it already has primer and it already has one coat of chalk paint white swan. So to do hey Gina, how are you? I wish we could all sing. I would sing happy birthday, but y'all probably would literally like all get off this live like immediately. So I have some talents, but singing is not one of them. Okay, so I'm gonna put a coat of white swan. I've been painting this tonight, so you're just gonna put a coat of white swan, okay? This is a DIY clay-based paint. And I've got my little spritzer. If y'all need a mister, you need to check this one out. I have them for sale. My husband, who some of you may know, he owns a detail supply company, and we always have all kind of bottles. And we had one of those for the longest time in the bathroom to fix my little boy's hair with. And one day I was like, I need one of those for my crafts. So he brought one home for me for my crafts, and then he told me that he had a lot of them. And I said I should sell those because at the time I didn't know where anyone would get those. So anyway, I have some of those bottles misters on, and they're really good. Here's a tip: just don't fill it up all the way, or it can mess them up if you fill those bottles up all the way. Okay, so you're just going to get, y'all, I should have cut this first. See, this when y'all aren't watching the video, this is when I'm like, shoot, I should have cut it. But did I? Nope, didn't cut it. So now what I'm gonna have to do is do it the hard way. This is like the story of my life. I'm always having to do things the hard way because I didn't think about it at first. So what we're gonna have to do is, I'm gonna have to just measure that. You know, I could just measure it like this, couldn't I? I'm gonna measure it like this. Okay, see where we are here. And then I'm gonna fold it because I've got to use some on that other end over there. And I don't want to waste it. So I'm just going to measure it right here. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to measure on this end because I could have got it uneven. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, so then I'm going to cut it. What's going on, Bowen? You want to say it, tell everyone hello? Come say hello. This is Bowen. This is my little girl Bowen. We call her, she gets nervous. We call her the real J Bowen because she is actually Jacqueline Bowen, and that's where the name came from. So we call her the real J Bowen, and she always tells me that I stole her name for the channel. But anyway, okay, so we're just going to cut this right here. When I was a little girl, purple was always my favorite color. I loved purple. Still like purple. Okay, so we're just gonna cut this right here. What'd you say?
I like green.
I love green though now. I love green. Oh look, Luann said, Miss Luann said hello, Bowen. What do you say? She said hello. What do you say, Bo? Oh, she says thank you. Bowen says thank you. Okay, so what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take this. So there's two different sides, okay? You've got the side right here that does not have the paint, and then you have the paint right there, okay? This is literally dried paint, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to just lightly mist it, okay? Don't soak it. I've soaked it before and messed it up, so you don't want to soak it. You just want to lightly mist it, okay? Now down here, see, I see some areas down here that's not real wet, so I'm going to go ahead. You want this to be wet. Yes, ma'am? No, thank you. You want this to be wet. Have y'all ever, do y'all know what universal yums are? Have y'all ever heard of that? Universal Yums are like treats from all over the world. I personally prefer to use the paint inlet. Hold on. Okay, I personally like to use, here we go. So now we're just gonna lay it down. Okay, and we're just going to lay it down here. Where is my brayer? Do you know I found my brayer in the dishwasher? Someone put that thing in the dishwasher, it survived. Let me see where it is. I could not believe when I emptied my dishwasher today that the brayer was in there. Look at that. It can survive a dishwasher. I never put it. Bowen, have you seen the unicorn mold? I don't think she's seen it yet. Have you seen the unicorn mold? The new one? I don't think she has seen it a lot. It's been very, very hectic around here because just our life is kind of hectic, but she was in school most of the time, and she doesn't really like hanging out while I'm doing my project. She's usually doing her own thing, but I bet she would when she sees it. So anyway, so you're just going to take it like this. So I prefer, okay, who just asked that? Monica. Monica asked, can y'all see the live chat? I guess y'all can. I don't know how to see it whenever I go back and watch it again. I prefer using this method. I've used both methods. You can also use it with like a liquid patina from DIY, and that works too. But the reason I prefer this method is because if you use it with chalk paint, you can use it, okay, good. You can use it several times. So you can use it like 3 or 4 times. I've only used it probably twice. I've never used it 3 or 4 times just to see. I have done it twice to see. But the reason I prefer to use it this way is because if you put your paint on chalk, you can use it multiple times on chalk paint. If you put it on like the liquid patina or something like that, it is likely to pull the entire transfer off. And so there's several reasons I like to use it. It can pull the whole transfer off, and 2, it's more finicky. You have to make sure that you if you let it dry completely, it turns to glue and it will ruin your transfer. It will just stick. So that's why I like to do the DIY paint. Either way works. It's just I prefer to use, I prefer to be a little bit more cost effective and use these inlays multiple times. I get a little bit, more bang for your buck when you do it that way. So that's why I usually do the chalk paint. So, and then also you can I could leave this right here and then not come back to it until really whenever, and it will still be fine. But if with the other method, you kind of have to be sitting there checking it and making sure that it's not dried. Does that make sense? And that's why I typically do it this way, although I have done it the other way. It cannot be used, these transfers can be used on the new Alchemy line by Fusion. I have not personally used it, but I saw Natalie from Sparks of Joy do it with some of the paint she got from me, some of the new Alchemy paint line, and it worked. So I know it works with that, and you can put it on any other kind of paint with that liquid patina, but that's why I prefer this one. Okay, so now I just cut another little piece, and I'm gonna stick it, I'm just gonna stick it right here, okay? It's gonna overlap a little. It doesn't have to be perfect here. You're not gonna be able to tell, because it's just like, I hope you're not gonna be able to tell. I don't think you're gonna be able to tell. We'll pretend we can't tell. How about that? Okay, so then I'm gonna lay that there, and then I just need one other little piece. I'm gonna get it a little bit wet here. Sometimes I feel like, when I do my regular videos, I try not to be so scatterbrained, but sometimes it's a little bit more nerve-wracking to do these lives because, it's just live. So I hope y'all can understand and everything like that. Yes. Yes, I'm doing it paint inlay. That's what this is. I 3D figure. I'm having second thought. Okay, wait, I ordered it, but when I realized that you cannot put the two together to make a 3D. What do you mean you can't put what together? What are you talking about, Kathy? I don't think, once you learn how to do these paint inlays, I'm telling you, they are so fun and they are so cool. Yes, I am doing a, oh, the unicorn. I'm sorry, I didn't know what you're talking. I thought you were talking about paint inlay. Oh yeah, when you put it together, maybe it would be opposite, I guess. I have not gotten a chance to play with any of the molds. I want to do I have some good ideas for the one mold, the lion one. I think it's called like Leonidas or something, but I haven't done anything. And the rooster one, I sold out of that one. I need to buy some more of that one. Y'all bought all of those. So, okay. So, do you see how easy that was? Does anyone have any questions about these paint inlays? So, at this point, what you can do is you can just let it dry. Like, I could like put it here, go to bed, come back really anytime, and that's it. And then I can peel it up when I'm ready. When you're ready to peel it up, you'll know when it's good to wait. You need to wait until it's dry, okay? When it's dry, it'll be all white. And then you just want to, after it's dry, you're going to take your mixture, you're going to spray it, okay? And the reason you're spraying it is so that it peels back. Otherwise, it might be a little bit harder and a little bit stuck. I'm telling you, Kathy, it's really easy, okay? So here's the deal. Some people will, like when I'm doing these videos, like sometimes I don't have that much time. Okay, I don't have that much time, so I'll start peeling it back soon. People get all mad. Oh my gosh, you have to let it dry. You don't have to let the dang thing dry. You don't. But it's better to let it dry. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Like, see, if I start peeling it up, can y'all see this? If I start peeling it up right now, it's already sticking some places it's not. Just depends. But I'm going to put it back down because I'm not ready to peel it up. It's funny. Everyone will get mad about everything. You wouldn't believe what people get mad about on here. But it's all right. Okay, so let's just put it back down. You see how easy that was? That's all you have to do. Yeah, that rooster one is so cute, and I was going to do a video. I was going to put it in this video, this next video, but I think I need to order some more of those molds because they are pretty cute. Okay, so that's all you do. Anyone have any questions about the paint inlay, how it works? Anyone? See, I'm going to spray it a little bit right there because it looks a little dry. So if you spray it, it activates that DIY paint, and it reactivates the paint on the paint inlay, and then it will stick to your thing. Anyone have any questions about that? See how easy it is? So y'all got a sneak peek of this project. So when you see my video, hopefully I'll get it up tomorrow. You'll say, yeah, I got a sneak peek of that. I know I got to see what I was doing. You know, you got the first shot of that. So now you know. So I'll just continue. I'm going to put these on the side. Yeah, I saw that fountain. That looked really cool. There's just the thing is, there's so many cool things you can do with the projects, with all the different supplies. The problem is there's just not enough time. I always tell everyone that I think we should have 36 hours in a day, because if we have 36 hours in a day, you could go to work, do whatever you have to do. You could go to your ball games, take your kids to the ball games, cook supper, clean house, whatever. And then you'd still have like 8 hours to have fun. So I always tell everyone, I wish we had a 36-hour day, and I wish I had all that energy. I probably wouldn't last. Any more questions about this? Any more questions? If you're enjoying this live, give me a thumbs up and let me know you're having fun. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to set that to this one to the side, and I'm going to let it dry, okay? And then I will do, I guess, the sides on my own. Y'all got the picture on how to do this, I think. I'm going to put this over here. Okay, I have a question for y'all. My husband gave me some roses. My husband gave me some roses for Mother's Day. But the roses, they're dead now. They don't look good. I threw them away. And I saved these. Okay? Baby's breath. They're drying. Because I can never throw away baby's breath. and then I save it, and then I end up not doing anything with it, and I throw it away in like a couple weeks. What do y'all do with baby's breath? Huh? Any suggestions? Y'all let me know what I should do with that baby's breath. Or if I should just throw it away. I see other people like making arrangements with it, but I usually just end up throwing it away. My paper got all messed up here because it was down there. I also did some milk paint. That's what I have to tell y'all. I have another special announcement. I haven't announced it yet. I have almost all of it on my website, but I have a bunch of new milk paint. I love milk paint. Have y'all ever used milk paint? I'm going to be showing y'all how to use milk paint, not tonight, but in the video tomorrow, hopefully that I get up. And it is a lot of fun. I love it. It's really cool. Y'all want a sneak peek of one of the projects that I finished? I'm going to show y'all. This is going to be for tomorrow's video. I love milk paint. I'm going to show you. I use this really bright color. Look at this is the back of this tray. Check that out. I love really artsy stuff, and then this is the front. I put white. It's like a real hot pink, and then white, and I mixed it. Plus there was black. Isn't that cool though? And then I put oil on it. Milk paint is so cool. I love using milk paint. So on the next video, I'll show you how I did this. But here is the tray that I'm going to be making over tomorrow's video. So y'all got a little sneak peek. Okay. It's still a little bit oily. I used some hemp oil on it, and it's still drying a little bit. So yeah, I think that it would be pretty in an arrangement. But like I said, I always have good plans for it, and then I'm just like, I don't really know what to do with that. So I ended up just tossing it. Okay. Milk paint is so cool. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it because you get like the coolest effects. You don't ever know what you're going to get, and it just looks really artsy. Well, you can do it all different ways. You can make it chippy and make it like crackle, or you can just paint it like smooth, or you can distress it. There's a lot of different things you can do. But I already carried Fusion milk paint line, and now I'm carrying the Homestead House milk paint line. They're basically the same ingredients, the same formula, but the thing is, the Homestead House has a lot of colors. And so we have almost all the colors available on my website. My son Reed has been entering them. They were supposed to be entered before, you know, this last video, but you know how 17-year-olds are. They don't get it all done when you ask them. But he got a lot of them done. He said he's almost done, but I have a bunch on my website, and a lot of you guys have started purchasing the milk paint. And I'm going to show y'all a bunch of different ways to use it so that y'all won't be scared of it. And it's just another medium that you can use. So I'm going to get these out of the way so they don't get messed up by painting here in a minute. Okay, I am so glad that y'all are here with me today and you're watching. Thank y'all so much. I love talking to y'all. I tell y'all this on the lives that really I love making my products, but I love the social aspect, the making friends and all that. So, okay, so we are going to do several things. We are going to prep this piece. This is, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about this. This is a cabinet door, pretty good size square cabinet door. I saw it at the thrift store one day, and I saw it. It didn't have a price tag on it, and I was like, I want to buy that. But then I was like, Emily, you don't need to buy that because you have a garage full of junk and attic full of junk that you already need to work over and make over. You don't need to buy anything. So I didn't buy it, and I left, and I went back to the office, and because there's all these thrift stores near my office, that's the problem. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my office. I don't need it. And then I kept thinking about how perfect this would be to make either a tray or put a decoupage paper on it, because it's big. I'm gonna show you how, it might be hard to see, but see, compared to a Coke can, it's a big cabinet. or a cabinet door. So I went back up there. It was still there because who would really want this? I don't know, but me. And I saw it and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy that. And I asked the guy, how much is that? He said, how about 50 cents? And I'm like, perfect, sold. So I bought it for 50 cents. Still got the sticker on there. Y'all see the sticker? 50 cents. It's been out in my garage, and now is the time we're gonna clean it. So it's got these hinges on it. Okay, over here. And I'm gonna take these hinges off. I have my drill, and you know what? I had that little piece somewhere. You know, when you need it, you can't find it. I cleaned up today, and I put that little screwdriver thing somewhere, but so I'm just gonna use this, I guess. So yeah, 50 cents, good bargain. I always try to pick up like cabinet doors and things like that because you can turn them into like cool things. They're cheap canvases, but they're heavy duty, so they'll last forever. And the cool side is cool thing is you can use either side. You can use the back side or the front side, just depending on what you're wanting to do. I mean, I can find junk like this cheap all the time. It doesn't look good. Like most people wouldn't want it because it just looks kind of junky. But if you're an artist and you're like me, or probably like a lot of you, you can picture things. So anyway, so I'm just going to, I'm telling you, if I could find that little, I wish I remember where I put that thing. See if I put it in here. I wasn't gonna put it, I told myself, no, don't put it in there. I remember when I was cleaning, I was like, don't put it in there, you'll lose it. And now I still can't find it. Maybe I'll put it in my pocket. Sometimes I put things in my pocket. Put some screws in there. Okay. So anyway, speaking of making friends, I know a lot of you guys that are on here are already a member of the J. Bowen and Company Creative Community Group over on Facebook. But if you're not, in the description of my video, you will see J. Bowen and Company Creative Group. It's totally free. And the reason I created it was so that we would have a community, or so you guys would have a community where you could share your work. And you could share your projects, you could share your tips and tricks, and you could make new friends, people who like to craft. And you could also learn stuff from them and share your tips and tricks. So if you haven't joined that group, go ahead and go over there. So anyway, so what I'm just doing, this is the kind of stuff I usually do by myself. And then I usually don't even film this part, but because who really wants to see this? But if y'all are willing to watch, that's crazy, Kathy. Well, come on, Luann, post. Don't forget. We're all counting on you. I don't want to post. I mean, I post over there. I post on this. I got plenty of places to post. I don't need another place to post. I want you guys to post so that you can share all that group is for you guys to share your stuff. And I love seeing you guys talking. I just sometimes post to get you guys to post yourself. But like I said, I don't need a place to post. So here's a trick. Where do you live, Kathy? Do you live in a small town or a big town? Because what I find, I gotta get it during I'm thirsty. What I find is that you kind of have to go to the country or to like more of a local thrift store versus like sometimes like it's just like around me. There are like Habitat restore stores. The one over here, expensive. You go 30, 40 miles away to the country, dirt cheap. So you kind of got to go to the more country places, in my experience, to get better deals. Okay, so I got that done, right? Well, no, here's this. Didn't see this part. Okay, so we're going to just continue to take this off. Small town. You live in a small town and they're still expensive? Well, that sucks. So I live about an hour north of Atlanta in kind of a, for most places it'd be kind of like a little smaller mid-sized town. But like we've got a federal courthouse and a lot of stores and stuff, but it's like on a smaller size town, okay? But I do most of my thrifting in the little towns that are, you know, all around little mountain towns and stuff, because the prices are just a lot cheaper. But some of the places around here are good prices too. Okay, so y'all, I was doing so good. I have this box here and a box there because I had all of my paint supplies, y'all. When I left for that, so some of y'all know, some of you don't. I went to the Fusion Mineral Paint Retreat over in Las Vegas. It was like a last minute deal, like within the last minute deal. And we had this, the DIY, this paint. Have y'all seen this yet? Where did I put it? Put my little kit somewhere over here. I was gonna show y'all. Where's my little kit? Well, anyway, the little DIY paint kit. Oh, here it is. Mine got a little paint on it. This is the DIY paint kit. Debbie's DIY paint kit. It's called the Mixology Lab Kit. There's 8 colors. I'm not trying to be salesy here. I'm just telling you this. It's easier for me to show you than to just talk about it. You get 8 of these little 2-ounce jars. There's all different colors. I'm calling it the classic color set. Debbie doesn't call it that, but that's what it looks like to me. It's like classic colors, like really good colors. And not only do you get these colors, but you get a brochure in your box and you can scan it, and there's all these recipes to make all these different colors. So if you've never tried DIY paint and you want to try it, then this is a good thing to purchase. It's also linked, the Mixologist kit. It's also on my website. If y'all have never checked out my website, y'all go check it out. I'm pretty proud of it. It's starting to look pretty good. Okay, so the point of this is this. You got mine yesterday, yay. Okay, awesome. Okay, so the point of it is that I had to leave out of here like early in the morning, and I had a video that was introducing this new release. And so I've literally finished all my projects. I had to leave at 6:45. I finished my projects like between 5 and 6. I'm like, who gets up at that time, finishes projects, and then goes to the airport? That was the first for me. So what do you think of the kit? Have you used it yet? Okay, this thing is dirty. So this is called the Prep. I've got 2 different kinds of cleaners that you want to use on furniture. I either have this one, I have this one out right now. It's from Rethunk Junk. It does a really good job cleaning. And then I also have a Fusion brand one, and it's called, it is called TSP Cleaner. But look at that. Look how dirty that is. Can you see that? That's gross. But we're just gonna clean it really good, because if you don't clean it, your paint will stick to, it'll stick to that dirt and crud, and it won't stick to your cabinet or whatever you're painting. And you want it to stick to your piece. You want your paint to stick to your piece, not to the dirt and grease and oil. You never know what might be. I mean, you never know where this has been or whatever, especially when it's a surface like this that you thrifted. Okay, so I'm just cleaning it. I'm gonna have you guys pick out what I should put on this. I want to do a whimsical paper. It's called Whimsical. The reason it's called Whimsical is because the lady who's the owner of Whimsical is named Kelly, so it's Whimsical instead of whimsical. Okay, that's why it sounds a little funny when I say it. Yeah, you can mix so many colors. I thought I should play around with it. I haven't literally not had time to play with it, because we got those kits. I had to go out to Las Vegas. We got back. IOD release. It's like one thing. And plus, I still have, a regular life. I'm a full-time attorney. I've got 3 kids. We had all those awards days. We just wrapped up softball and baseball. And, 2 kids in each of those. That's like 3 to 4 events a week since February. February till the end of May, we were in softball. And plus, the kids go to karate every day, but one day when they go to tutoring. So anyway, it's just pretty busy. So anyway, so I'm just cleaning this. So you want to look for surfaces. I like to look for, that's why I do a lot of trays and stuff, because they're great surfaces. You see that? I mean, that's a big surface. And they're wood, so it's quality. It's a quality surface. So I'm gonna just take this little sanding block and I'm gonna sand that right there. Just a little bit, because you could feel the raised holes. So I'm gonna sand that. Are y'all having fun tonight? I hope you're having fun. I've just decided now, instead of doing this stuff like by myself, I'll just jump on these lives. And then I'm not doing it by myself because I'm over doing everything by myself. Well, I didn't have too hard of a day today, Kathy. We did have to get up early. We had I have to get my hair done like every 6 weeks or whatever. So I had to go do that, and that was early. That was like at 9:45, and we had to drive like 20 something minutes. Okay. So anyway, so all we did was go to the hair appointment today. Then we literally went to go eat some Mexican food with my husband. Then we came home. I cleaned for like maybe an hour or two, like 2 hours, maybe tops. 2 hours. Kids left, went with my brother, and now here we are doing this. I cleaned the kitchen area because it was pretty messy because, like I said, I hadn't even been home. And between all these like games and awards day and work. Okay, so this is where we're gonna vote. Okay, I've got a whole box of these whimsical papers. I've got a lot of these at my store, but I have a lot here. So I was thinking, y'all look at this. I love this paper. And I have ordered some more of these papers that look like this, but they're smaller, because some of y'all tell me that these are too big. These are 21 inches by 29 inches. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's a decoupage paper. I'm really thinking about doing that one for Memorial Day. What do y'all think? You like this one? Okay, I think that one is cool. That's pretty much what I want to do. I'm going to show you some others that I may want to do too. This is another cool one, but I probably wouldn't do it on this. I love this one too. It's cardinals. It's 2 cardinals. These are called whimsical decoupage papers. Okay, Leland, I'm glad you finally posted and you remembered. This one's pretty too. Look at this. It's a what do you call that thing? What is that? They're a little tight. What do you call a peacock? It's a peacock. I think that one's cool. They look a little tight, but you can wear them just around the house. No, too tight. This is some JRV papers. Got a lot of junk here. Oh, this one, y'all seen me do this one. This was the swan. That's a pretty one, but I've already done that one. Okay, I just want to show you this other one. I got all these papers here, and then I've got to tag them and get them to my booth. This is one of the new ones. Isn't that pretty? I love that one. That's pretty. It's green, and it's kind of like I don't know, green and pink and peach. This is one of the new ones too. Look how pretty this is. Can y'all see that? I love that one. So pretty. Thank you, Kathy. I love that swan. Oh, this is a cool one too. I love that swan table too. Look at that horse one. Okay, but anyway, you get the point. There's all these different ones. One of you just ordered this Helga one. I love that one too. Look at this one. It's one of those Highlander cows. The horse print, Gina. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I want to show you this other one that I was thinking about though. These are a bunch of new. Oh, I want to do this one. I'll probably do this one or another one. But look at that. Isn't that cool? On this one you get 4. So you get like a half size of the butter. It's not as pretty in the video, I don't think, but that's how it looks. It's really pretty. Okay, anyway, this is not my box of whimsical papers. I brought them over here so I could show you. But you got to prime this area first. I got to see if I have any of that spackling out here. I don't even know if I do. I think I already took it outside the other day. Believe it or not, I do take some stuff outside, but then the problem is I have like 50 more paints back in here. Can you go out there, Bowen, and see if you can find that tub with that pink lid? I think it's on that black round circular thing. Okay. You like that butterfly? Isn't that pretty? I love that butterfly too. Well, you know what though? Now that I look at this, it's kind of small. I think that horse will be way too big. Because the horse, I'm just going to show y'all what this looks like just so y'all can see. Because some of y'all have you ever seen one of these whimsical papers open? Have y'all ever purchased one of these from me or from someone else? If you have, let me know. I'm just going to show you this. I think this is actually going to be too big. And I'm about to get some smaller ones. And I want to do no, it's got a hot pink lid. It's a tub. It looks like clay kind of. Okay. So I don't think this is going to be big. I think this thing is too small. Okay, so when you get it, it's like this. You have the sunflower one. Have you used it yet? Okay, yeah, that's probably, well, I don't know. This is what it looks like. You see this? It's big. It's 21 by 29 inches. You see that? Let's see if it will even fit. I gotta be careful though, because I had some oil on this. Well, you'd lose a bunch of, no, the face won't even fit. I think that's, yes ma'am. Okay, good. I love how my children are old enough to help me go get stuff now. Okay, this is gonna be too big. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back in there. Although I do love this one, I think I'm gonna use that butterfly one because it will fit. So you can, I'm gonna put this back in here and we'll use that another time. I think all summer that would be cool. So, okay, I'm gonna get that back in there. Okay, so that's whimsical papers. Does that come in a smaller size? Okay, I ordered some and I've not gotten them yet. The horse one, is that what you're talking about? Yes, it's going to be, I think it's going to be about this big. It's going to be smaller, and I ordered a whole bunch of them. So she used to carry a smaller size, and but like in a different kind of paper, in like a rice paper, and then she discontinued them. So anyway, I was able to order a whole bunch from her. I think I ordered like 30 of them because I thought y'all are gonna love these. And there's also a horse Christmas one. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Anyway, I've not got them yet, but when I get them, I'll let you all know, because I thought that these would be perfect for like a smaller little tray or something like that, and they're a little bit more manageable for people that want to do smaller type projects. Okay, so we're gonna take my spackling right here, and I'm just gonna put my finger in there like that, and we're gonna fill in those holes just like that. Okay, I think we're gonna go with the butterfly since this thing is smaller than I thought it was. Okay, well, she would probably like that horse one because, you know, it's a little smaller, a little bit easier to manage. Okay, where did that butterfly one? Okay, let's check out the butterfly one. Let's see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, we might have to just change horses. Well, listen, and do something different. Okay, so let's see this one, how it looks. So some of these like this they have multiple parts. I really love the ones that have multiple parts too because they're just smaller. Okay, so this, well, even the big one is too big. My goodness. Well, unless I went over the edge, but I think that would be a little bit weird. Okay, so this one, half of it looks like this, and then half of it looks like this. Okay, so I guess we could do this, and then I could show y'all blending techniques. What do you think? Can y'all see this all right? There you go. That's a little better. Is that better? Okay. Do you think we should do this or we should do something different? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. I'm on here asking y'all questions for your help. Much better? You can see better? Okay. I'm hot and I'm thirsty. Okay, so you like the butterfly? You think that would be pretty? I think it would be pretty too. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna prime this surface. If I can get this primer open. You know what? We're not gonna prime it with primer. We're just gonna use the paint because I don't want to get another. I thought I brought my paint. I didn't. My paintbrushes are over there. I'm just gonna use. You just want to go ahead and use some white paint, because it's going to do better. What am I trying to say? It'll make the colors in the paper show up better. So I'm just going to do a thin coat of this, okay? And we're going to just do this part because the butterfly is going to fit in here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to apply it, and then with some Decoupage medium. Okay, but the thing is that has to dry. Normally you want DIY paint to dry like overnight to fully cure, okay? Sometimes I hit it with my heat gun and then it dries. So we're just gonna set that aside. We may have to come back and do a live like tomorrow night or something like that if we can't get this, but y'all see what we're doing here. We're doing that. We are gonna put the primer, then we're gonna decoupage that down, and then we're gonna blend around the edges. Do y'all like seeing this in live, like how it really looks versus on my videos? What do y'all think? Y'all having fun? Let me know. Okay, so we're going to set this over here to dry. Okay, so now I wanted to, we have several other things we could paint. So I had bought this a while back. Okay, I'll do the blending part live. Okay, so now I'm gonna just clean this real quick. This is just a tin galvanized bucket. I had it in my booth, never sold. I mean, it looks kind of outdated. So we're gonna paint it and make it look prettier. I thought that it would be really pretty with hydrangeas in it. I have really pretty hydrangeas and they're blooming now. So we're just gonna, well, I think I use, this is another cleaner I use. It's a glass cleaner. We'll just use it real quick. I actually sell that on my website too. My husband sells that, and we've used that for years on our granite countertops. And I was like, I love that product. So I told him that I would like to sell that to you guys too. No one's ever bought it from me, but I have it on my website in case any of you want to. If you have it's actually a car cleaning product, but if you have granite countertops, y'all look at this. This glass cleaner is amazing. You can find it on my website. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this. I mean, I could dry that real quick, but it would be kind of loud. Would y'all mind if I dried that piece real quick? But here's my thought. I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold on. Okay, so here's another one of my thrift finds. I found this thrifted vase, okay, at the thrift store. I saw this thrifted vase, and you have to know, I love green, but I don't need anything else on my house. But I saw this vase. I liked it. I kind of forgot about it, left. A couple days later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have brought that green vase. Anyway, I went back and bought it. This has been like months ago. But anyway, here it is. Look at these hydrangeas. I picked them today. Make some noise, y'all don't mind. Okay, anyway, aren't those pretty? And look at that green pottery vase. I went back. The moral of the story is, though, you probably should go ahead and get what you want first and at the thrift store, because you might not be able to get it. Luckily, it was still there. I'm going to show you one more thing. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming right back. Okay, so I found this other vase too. I love these other vases. You know, these kind that have this stuff. I have a whole collection of this stuff. It's like this wicker, rattan, whatever you call that stuff. And it's like in a bottle. It's just one flower. It's got like a little jar. Anyway, I got this for $1. I thought it was so cute. Anyway, I put that one in there. Do y'all like that? Isn't that pretty? Sometimes I see creators have these pretty things right by their projects. I never think about that, but I wanted to share. I'm always sharing with y'all my garden. But the reason I have all these flowers and stuff is because I really love to pick them and bring them inside. So I call it my cutting garden because I literally do. And you live in the desert. Yeah, that would be too bad. But there's other benefits to the desert. So I'm going to move this over here. So anyway, I'm glad y'all like my hydrangeas. I love them too. I have them on my kitchen table. Okay, so y'all don't mind me making a little noise. Okay, so here it is. Now, my heat gun's right here because I was going to put it away and clean up. I was cleaning up my house. They always, my kids, my family, they always want me to clean it all up, and then I'm not that good at cleaning it all up. Okay, so here we go. So it won't take long. Just gonna heat it up real quick. You can use primer. You can use primer, power primer. I sell that. I'm gonna show you one more thing. I sell this power primer. This is a Rethunk Junk brand. I just happen to have it here. I also sell Salvation. Hold on. I also sell Salvation Solution from DIY Paint. It's a thick primer. Okay, you got that. This is the Salvation Solution. It comes in 16 ounces. And this is the power primer. It comes in, oh, it says 16 ounces too, but that doesn't, anyway. Rethink Junk, DIY, either one works. DIY has it in clear, the Salvation Solution in clear and in white. Power primer is in white or gray, both available on my website. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna finish drying this. And then, what does that do? I'm like Hobby Lobby over here. I've got everything you need. My daughter says she wants to go to Hobby Lobby. I'm like, we are Hobby Lobby. That's what I tell her. Okay, it's starting to get dry. I'm gonna dry that too. It dries up pretty fast. Is this too loud? Just mute it or something. Yeah, Kathy, my daughter says, we need to go to Hobby Lobby, and I always tell her, we are Hobby Lobby. Okay, good. Okay, so it's kind of dry. I'm not prepared. I don't have like all the different paints I would normally have, but you know what? How about we just bust out that kit, and I can show you how you can make the colors. I have a lot of colors out. I don't know. Let's see here. Because like I said, I mean, this is kind of like very impromptu. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. It's still a little bit damp, but it'll be fine. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. Let me see, I don't even know if these are like the same. They might be the same print. They're pretty close to the same. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it out like this, okay? You could cut it like with like a wet paintbrush. You could do that too. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, good, you can mute. They are having a huge clearance of them. Oh, okay, that's good to know. So, you know, I heard, you know, like Joann's is going out of business. Someone, I can't remember who it was, but someone told me they posted, I can't remember who posted that, about on the creative group about Joann's, and my friend Carrie told me about it too. So me and my daughter went over there, but I mean, they only have 2 more days, and there was hardly nothing. The only thing that was so cute was they had these little geese, little bitty geese, but they were like like on a little stake, kind of like that stuff you see at Dollar Tree, or yeah, Dollar Tree. It's like a little metal piece, but it was still $1.80, and I'm like, $1.80, that should be about 10 cents. If it was 10 cents, I'd buy every one of them, but I was like, $1.80, yeah, it's a lot too high, because you probably couldn't even sell them but for like $5, so I thought it wasn't really that good of a deal. Okay, so here's the deal. Some people like to take this paper right here, and with a wet paintbrush, they want to, you know, cut it there so you don't see the line. But because I'm using DIY paint, and DIY paint is, okay, anyway, because DIY paint, what am I trying to say, is thick, you're not going to be able to see that line. You can build up DIY paint. So, okay, Andrea, I love DIY paint, and although I have more than half of the colors, I just bought the 2-ounce sampler and several other items from you about 30 minutes ago. Then signed on YouTube, and you're live. Yay! Yeah, I saw that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you purchasing that. You purchased some papers. You purchased some papers too? Believe it or not, I actually see your purchases, and this is like kind of dumb, but it feels like Christmas to me because I get to see what everyone, it's like kind of cool to see what everyone like wants to buy and what they like. Did you buy the papers? I'm trying to think. I got 2 orders tonight, and they were both right about within like 30 minutes. Some papers. Okay, you bought the, what was it? I can't remember what papers it was. Probably because I'm on live. If I wasn't on live, I'd be able to think. Okay, so thank you. I really appreciate you purchasing from me. Yeah, it was, yeah, some clay and some JRV papers, but I'm trying to think which JRV papers it was. So what we're doing is we're gonna make a tray out of this old cabinet. I've primed it with just some paint, just because it was right here and it was already on my paintbrush, but if you want to use some other kind, go for it. So we are going to need to use some I'm gonna have to go get a paintbrush. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, here, I'm just gonna bring this over here. Okay, I am gonna bring this over here. This is where I keep my paintbrushes after they dry. Y'all probably seen me. I made this on one of my videos, but I keep it by my sink. Originally, I was gonna keep my, you know, like that little scrubby thing and all that you keep by your sink. But I always have paintbrushes, and it's just a crock that I painted, and I put that wild berry mold on it. But it's big, so it fits a lot of paintbrushes, and I always have paintbrushes. And it looks nicer than like a mason jar or something like that, because that's what I always put my, like mason jars, I put my painted paintbrushes. Okay, so back to the show. So what you want to do is you want to take this, see it's got some wrinkles in there, and you want to spritz it. You're loosening up the fibers right now. That's what we're doing. We're loosening up the fibers, and I probably shouldn't have got that paint wet, but it didn't really, I don't think it's gonna matter. We're just gonna get that wet, okay? Then we're just gonna set it to the side, okay? Now, what we're going to do is this. We're going to take, because I happen to have this, you could either, this is the Fusion Decoupage Gel, or you could use liquid patina. And I don't know, I'm going to use the liquid patina because it's already, it's sitting right here. The problem with some of these is because I don't screw them on right, they stick. But here we go, okay. So this is liquid patina. Liquid patina is a DIY decoupage medium. I also have Fusion decoupage and transfer gel. So this decoupage medium will not only do a decoupage, but if you'd like to do that reverse transfer, you can do that too. You see that? Both of them are on my website, the Fusion one or the liquid patina. Liquid patina is also a top coat, and if you put it on your paint, it becomes like waterproof, and you can put your project outside. Just a lot of people might not know that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we've got that paper, it's wet, and I'm gonna have to use this smaller brush. That's a little annoying, but you wanna make sure that it gets nice and wet when that there's plenty of decoupage gel, okay? So the paint job underneath does not matter because it's going to be covered with this paper. Okay? Y'all following me? Y'all understand? Pretty simple concept here. Okay? Now we're going to take the paper, and I'm going to do, I don't really measure stuff, I eyeball it, so we're just going to, oh yeah, I could have done a starter strip, but this is so little, and I forget to do starter strips half the time anyway. You might want to, if you're doing a bigger piece, you might want to do a little starter strip, like just a few inches. This one's pretty manageable because it's small. Okay, so, and good thing I have that brayer out. You can use your hands, or, oh, want to make sure that it's on the tray. Yeah, it's all right. It's a little off, but it'll be just fine. Okay, so then we're going to take this. Yes, you ordered some JRV. Oh yeah, you ordered two of two different ones, and I'm trying to remember which ones you ordered. Oh yeah, the peonies. You ordered 2 of the peonies and something else. I don't remember, but it was another floral one, wasn't it? Okay, so here we are. And those will go out on Tuesday. With this holiday, it's kind of messing up the new release. I got most everything. All the ones that were ordered the first 2 days, I got out. And y'all listen, if I ever mess up, y'all just let me know because I mess up sometimes. Hey Bailey, y'all look, Bailey's from Reclaimed Grace. Okay, so we're just doing a live. We're making over this little table thing. Okay, that's all you do. You see how easy that is? Was that easy? I think that's easy. Okay, but yeah, so if I ever mess up on anything of your orders, y'all just let me know, send me a message, and I will do my best to correct it and to fix it because I do mess up. So it's a little crooked, but you're not going to be able to see it once you do this. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And well, actually, you don't even have to let it dry. So then you're going to take this again, okay? And we're going to, I usually like to do like a crosshatch motion like this, just so it looks like it's a painting. You can do whatever. It doesn't have to be, you could do this, you could do, I mean, it just doesn't matter. Just not straight lines. I mean, you could do circles, you could do whatever the heck you wanted to do. You just don't want to do straight lines because it doesn't look natural, in my personal opinion. It doesn't look like a painting. It looks kind of streaky or something. So we're just going to do this. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. I try to. I mean, sometimes I am busy. Sometimes I'm in court. Sometimes I'm with kids, whatever. But as soon as I can fix it, I try to fix it. If I screw it up, I'll try to do my best to fix it. Because sometimes I do. I mean, you know, we're just human and you try to. Okay. So anyway, that's all you're going to do. So now it's sealed, okay? So technically that needs to dry a little bit, but we'll work on this little deal over here. Just gonna take this, got a paper towel here. Okay, we're just gonna get it wet. Bailey, I have a hint for you. Are you still on here? Have I ever tried the, I don't know, no, and everyone always asks me that. I'm a little scatterbrained, you might see. When I wanna do something, I just do it. So, okay, here's the tip. My husband told me the tip. So Bailey told me that she has bought several of these and they have broken and she doesn't know why. He told me the reason that my husband, who's like, he's like I like to brag on him, but he knows pretty much everything about like, come here. Will you come explain? Oh, he don't want to explain it. Basically, because he doesn't have a shirt on. Anyway, he's doing the laundry. You can only fill it like 75% full. I don't know if you've ever filled it all the way to the top, but he says if you fill it full, it can break. I can't remember what he called it, but like whatever that piece is in there, he says it can break. So I don't know if he did that or not, but if you buy one of these, just don't fill it up all the way. And I do have these available on my website. So I talked to him about that because Bailey said that she had a little trouble with her sprayer's breaking after like a month. And I've had these like forever. So, I don't know, do you usually fill it all the way up? Because he says do not fill it up. There's a little tip from my husband. He's full of all kinds of advice. So I'm just gonna get this a little bit wet. I'm dipping it in my water over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this spackling off. It won't really matter if there's still a little dip because like I told you, that DIY paint is thick and you can build it up. But gosh, we could use DIY paint or I've got that really pretty ocean color from, I need to grab a turquoise because the thing is that really pretty turquoise color is not in that kit. And I need like a turquoise and a purple, but I can make the purple really easy. So anyway, y'all see how this is working so far? Okay. I've been meaning to tell you that part, Bailey. I forgot about that. I forgot that little tip. Okay, so you probably should let this. Have you ever hit liquid patina with a, I don't know what it would do if I hit it with the heat gun. I've never tried it like that. I think I have one time. Let's see what happens. This is live TV right here. It might mess it up. I don't know. We're gonna try to dry it. You can't do this with like fusion mineral paint because I've done it before and it'll cause it to bubble because it's plastic. Or acrylic, not plastic. But you can with, I think that's working pretty good. It's drying it up. If you don't have a heat gun, you need to get one. You can use a hairdryer too, but this just works faster. Okay, it's working pretty good. I have, just not too close. Okay. It seems like it's working okay. That little bit needs to be glued back down. Okay, it seems like it's working okay. But this little area over here, some reason it didn't glue down, but that's all right. So what we'll do is we'll start the blending. It's not gonna hurt just like this. We'll start the blending down here. So what we need to do here, and I'm a little worried because usually you would take your sand. It's got a little oil on it, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you should go straight down, but I cheat and I don't go straight down sometimes. I go side to side. Just be careful or you can tear it. So that's why you want to go like straight down. I always get corrected when I don't go straight down, but I try to be careful. But on this, it's not going to matter that much because you're going to be blending. So if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. Okay. You see how good that works? This has a little hemp on it, hemp oil on it. So I think it made it even a little bit easier. Have y'all ever used hemp oil? It's kind of strange. It's so oily, but it's cool. It's cool on milk paint. I used it on milk paint. So you're just going to do this little number right here. Of course, you know, if we weren't on live, I would have let this dried. I would have let this dry, but see, I tore it a little bit, but it's not going to matter because we're going to blend it anyway. Now I do have my Rethunk junk paint handy, and I have all the colors in that, so I may use that. What do y'all think? Should I use the DIY paint or should I use the Rethunk junk that I have all the colors? What do y'all want me to use? What have you never tried, Luann? You never tried the sandpaper, or you never tried what? Okay, so like I said, that's not gonna matter because I like to go back and put a little bit of that on there because sometimes it's sticking up a little bit. But y'all, these papers are cool. I always say I have like 100 of them. I may have more, I may not have less, but I have a lot of them and they're good sellers. A lot of you purchase them and they're really fun to make because they make really cool projects. That sandpaper, yeah. So everyone says you should sand not side to side because it can tear it, straight down. But sometimes I cheat. Whatever. Okay. Okay. So what's everyone, y'all just hanging out here? Y'all working on stuff too, or y'all just hanging out? Okay. Sorry, I get hot talking like this. It sounds so stupid, but okay, so what do y'all think? The DIY paint, or should we use, I mean, I could show y'all that kit. I just may want to add some of the turquoise to get some of that turquoise. Let's just go for it. Let's use the kit so you can see how it works. Okay, so what I do when I'm looking to blend, I'm going to look at the colors and I'm like, okay, there's a yellow, there's yellow. There's a little orange, we're going to pull some orange. There's some red, there's some blue. We might want to darken it up with some black, lighten it up with some white. Well, look, we're using everything. We'll just use them all because the thing is, we might need it. So what I would probably do is we're gonna start up here and we're just going to put like a base color down, okay? And I've never used this kit. I'm just doing it to play with y'all. And because my son lost the brochure, so I can't sell that one, okay? So, okay. You've been working on projects all day. I'm gonna tell you what, Bailey's a hard worker. She is a hard worker. Creating these YouTubes, I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy. But she does all kind of other cool stuff. Okay, so y'all are gonna see this live, and y'all are gonna see, we're just gonna, what you can do. I've not looked at any of the recipes you can make. I'm just doing this based upon, whoops, my basic knowledge. I've always been able to blend good and stuff like that, and most of y'all know I have a degree in art. That's my thing, what I went to school with. Can you pull the piece into frame? Is that better? Y'all let me know, so we can see the top. Is that better? Can you see it now? Let me know. Is that good? Can you see the whole thing? What do y'all think? Can y'all see it? Okay, good, okay. So, I like to put a base coat. I'm looking here. What colors do y'all see? I see a light yellow. It just gets a little bit darker down here. So up here, we're gonna put some light yellows. That's how I can do it. There's all kind of ways you could do it. No right or wrong. I'm just gonna mix up here, okay? I'm gonna get some white, white go in here. Okay, and I'm gonna get a little yellow, and we're just gonna blend it. This is just a base color, okay? That's all it is. We're gonna paint over a lot of times, so you're not gonna mess it up. I'm just blending, you know, it looks like mustard and mayonnaise. I'm just gonna blend on here because that's how I do, but if you wanted to pour it out, you know, you could always do that too. Okay, but you see, I'm just taking the white and I'm taking some of the yellow. If you want it more yellow, you're gonna put more yellow. You want it lighter, you put more yellow, okay? You see that? Do you start with light color? No, you can start with whatever color you want to. I'm just seeing there's light up here. It doesn't really, there's no right or wrong way to do this. And you don't have to do it like this. I mean, you could do a halo effect, meaning like you could not even do any yellows. You could just do it. There's like no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. I'm just getting a base coat to cover up that wood. Okay, that makes sense, pretty easy. I still got some yellow on my brush. Now over here, I'm not seeing much yellow going on. It's darker, okay? This part of the paper is darker, okay? So probably I'm not gonna do any more yellow over here, okay? Over on this side, you see this yellow? There's a little bit more yellow, so I'm gonna continue it down. Now, like I said, there is no right or wrong way. This is just how I'm doing it. You could do it totally different. You could just do it dark or one color, but this is just how I'm doing it, okay? Now, this is when we need like one of those turquoise colors, but we don't have it. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make it. What color makes turquoise? What color makes turquoise? Yellow and green make blue, okay? I'm just taking the same brush, okay? I'm gonna show you how you can just mix it. And we're gonna see what color it makes. It may not make turquoise. See, that made like a lime green, which is fine. We'll just go back with this blue. With the DIY paint though, I'd probably just use the turquoise since there's already a turquoise. But since we're just gonna use, see there? It turned turquoise. Y'all see that? You add a little bit of that blue to it and it turned it turquoise. You want it bluer? You add more blue. And I'm just mixing it like this, okay? Is that making sense? Okay, oh, it got a little greener. Better add some more blue. But this, like I said, this is just a base coat. We're just getting layers. That's all we're doing. Then over here, it's a little bit more purple color. So we're gonna take the blue. What color makes purple, guys? And I'm just using the same brush. You could switch brushes or whatever. I'm working on a decoupage project where I'm blending. I'm having issues with covering the line where the paper meets the canvas. Okay, 2 things you can do. One, you could, if it's already on there, just build it up. Do you have like some kind of fresco or something like that? Or like some baking soda, you can mix that in with your paint. If it's DIY, you just build it up. I'm taking some red and I'm taking some blue. That makes purple, guys. This is like basic mixing 101, okay? Blue, red makes purple. You want it lavender, you're gonna put some white in there, okay? But I'm doing some purples because it's kind of darker over here. So what kind of paint are you using with it? What kind of paint are you using, Gina? Are you using a DIY paint or are you using like another kind of paint? Whatever kind of paint you're using, you can either, if it's DIY paint, just make it thicker. If it's, what's the other kind of paint? If it's fusion, add some fresco to it. Or you can add some baking, the one in the orange box, baking soda. Okay, you see how we're just blending here? I dipped my paintbrush in the water just so it would blend a little bit. Because DIY paint blends real good. You use fusion, okay, fusion is fine. You just need to add, either get the fresco and add that, or add some baking soda to make it thick, and then pounce it. You might have to pounce it so it's a texture. You understand? Okay. So I'm gonna go back over this with that. I'm gonna make some more, I'm gonna make like a lavender color. I've already got a little of that purple. I'm gonna add the blue, add a little of that red. We're just making it, but like I said, this is just a base coat. There's gonna be coat after coat after coat. And then you basically just blend it until you like it, okay? So like if you pounce it like this, it'll cover the line. But it doesn't matter what I'm doing here because we're gonna keep on putting coats on it, okay? But you have to let it dry and stuff. If you don't want the paint on there anymore, you just can wipe it away. You don't even have to clean it all the way off. Okay, you're welcome. That should help you. So we're gonna add some more of this color. See it now, it's getting a little bit thicker. We want to get it layered. I'm going to tell you all a story. So when I was in school, and I told you I got an art degree, there was this guy there at the time. I think he was like 26, okay, but I was younger, much younger than that, like 18 to 22, I guess. And he did the coolest paintings I'd ever seen. He did layers. He would find like old signs and stuff like this, okay? But maybe it was already had old paint on it and stuff, and then he would paint on top of it. and it was so cool. I thought it was so cool. And that's kind of where I learned some of the layering from. And you can paint and scrape and paint and scrape and this kind of thing. But this is just the first coat, okay? I mean, we're just putting on this is just the very first layer. You want to get a bunch of layers, and it just kind of depends. Like, do you want your piece to be dark and moody? Go with these colors. Do you want it to be lighter? Go with the lighter. You know, there's no like right or wrong answer. So I'm just adding some more of this because I'm making it purple. I'm not trying to make it red. I'm just trying to make it purple, like a plum color. And then then we'll just go back and we'll just add like once the bottom layer is on, then you'll want to go back with the paint, and then you can use tools like a scraper, and you see how it looks scraped? That's exactly what it is. It's scraped. So it's like layer after layer after layer, and that's pretty much you know, all it is. And so it just depends on, you know, do you like a dark and moody look, or are you going for, you know, do you want the bright happy colors, or do you want the yellow colors, or what color? How would y'all do y'all's? See what I'm saying? Like, everyone can have this same project and it comes out completely different because everyone is doing a different look. But you see how I just took this one kit, and why did I switch to law? Okay, I'll tell you that in a second. But anyway, you just want to blend and blend and blend, and you can do whatever color you want to do. Do you want to know the honest reason why I switched to law? I'm going to tell you why. I switched to law because I wanted to make some money. That's why. When I was in college, getting my art degree, like, you know, my parents, it was never really like discussed like getting a job, or like, I mean, you know, my mom didn't work, she stayed at home. So like, and nothing bad about my parents or anything like that, but it was never like, what do you want to be? Or like, that wasn't even like, I don't think that conversation, besides like, I just want to be an artist, or I want to be a mom, like that was like pretty much the extent of it at my house. Not like they were bad or anything, that's just what it was. I mean, so anyway, I went to school, was getting an art degree. The exact same time my brother was getting a law degree. I was literally learning about all these places I wanted to go, all these awesome places, because you have to take a lot of art history too. I took a lot of painting and drawing and clay, but you also have to take a lot of art history. And I was learning, look, I'm going to put a little bit of this orange over here, okay? But I was learning about all these places. I mean, this is going to sound so stupid, but it's the truth. Art supplies were so expensive, and I'm like, how am I going to afford all these? Meanwhile, my brother, his name is Spencer, he is in law school, like getting wined and dined, going to all these fabulous parties, and everyone's like, oh, you're gonna, you know, everyone just knows, you know, lawyers, or they think, you know, lawyers make a lot of money. And it was like, okay, he's gonna make all this money and I'm gonna be broke as a freaking joke. That's what I thought, because I didn't know how to do like computer stuff. I was a little bit, you know, like before the computer time, so that kind of stuff scared me. Like, so like computer graphics and stuff like that was not something I would even think about doing at that time in the mid-90s. And so I was like, you know, I want to make some real money here. And so I just was like, if he can do it, I can. I was always smart, always made really good grades, had a high GPA and all that. So I was just kind of like, if he can do it, I'm going to do it. So I was like, if I go to law school, and this part is going to sound so stupid, I can buy all these art supplies and I can go to all these wonderful places which is true, but I didn't realize that it was going to be so much work and so many problems. And I mean, the problems get old, okay? I love helping people. I'm creative. I think I'm a great lawyer. I've been a lawyer since 2003, so 20 something years, but you know, I'm ready to do something fun. It's not that fun to me. It's sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's fine, but it can be terribly depressing. Just problem after problem after problem, and then everyone that comes to you is like at their worst day. It just gets kind of old. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, so that's why I decided to go to law school. Because one, I wanted to make money and have money to do what I wanted to do. And you know what? It worked out. I have been able to like travel the world. I've gone to Europe a lot of times. I've gone to all the museums. I've got to buy every art supply I want to buy, which is great. But I like to share all what I know. And like all this blending and stuff, I didn't learn that in college. I knew how to do all this. It's just kind of like natural. College art teaches you, in my opinion, to just kind of think outside the box and go for it and stuff like that. But I mean, I did learn stuff. I'm not saying I didn't learn it, but it wasn't just like, oh, I didn't know how to paint and then I went to college. I mean, it wasn't like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So are y'all liking this blending? Are y'all learning anything from this blending in public safety? I crashed because I have been in, yeah, that's a long time. That's a long time to be working somewhere. What do you do in public safety? What does that mean? Like, are you in law enforcement or what? Anyway, what do y'all think about how this is coming together? This is how I paint. I'm gonna tell you a story too. I painted all the time growing up. All the time I painted. You can ask my mom. I painted like that's all I wanted to do when I got home. I would paint all these pictures. Mom has all these paintings all over their house. My brothers have all these paintings all over their house because I painted all the time. I always painted big paintings. I paint big paintings. 911 dispatcher, cool. I always thought that would be really cool. I always thought being a detective would be cool. I bet you, so you've done that for 34 years? That's trying, isn't it? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. And thank you for your service. You have to remain calm, cool, calm, and collected. That's one of the things some people say to me is, you know, I hear everything, all kind of horrible things, and, you know, you got to remain, like, calm. You can't be freaking out when someone tells you that, but some people don't understand, and they're like, why aren't you upset? And it's like, 'cause I hear this crap all the time. I mean, I can't be freaking out. When you go to your surgeon and you've got a broken leg, you don't want them to freak out. They've got to be able to, you know, they're not your best friend. They've got to be able to be cool, calm, and take care of business. Anyway, it's looking awesome. I need to practice more. Okay, you see what you do? You just do this. No, you just, what you can't be is afraid. You just put it together, and if it doesn't look good, you just paint over it. That's all you do. You see how we're doing? And yours doesn't have to look anything like this. I'm a nurse, and I craft to help take my mind off all things I see on that. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know, I think a lot of us we're dealing with things that are not enjoyable to deal with. Traumatic things, bad things, horrible things, some worse things no one should really have to deal with, but someone has to deal with. Where's my water? Here it is. Okay. If you want it to blend better, you just hit it with the spray gun like that. So honestly, I would love to be able to do this full time and not be an attorney anymore. I would love to be, I would be at home. I could do it at home. I could just sell you guys paint. I just don't know if, you know, it's not always regular, a regular paycheck when you do this. So I don't know. That's why I hustle. I hustle because I would love to be able to, one, I hustle because my son's about to be in college, and I'm like, you know, it'd be nice to have an extra source of income to pay for my son, his college and all those expenses. And two, wouldn't, you know, I don't know if I'd ever stop being a lawyer, but I think about it. I think it would be a heck of a lot more fun, I can tell you that much. But I don't know if it would pay the bills quite as much. So, you know, there's a trade-off. But the good news is I've been paying my student loans for 20-something years, and I only have a little bit left, like $2,000 or something. I can pay that off, no big deal. Out of all that money, I've been paying like over $1,000 a month. Not the last few years, because I paid a lot down, but like for a long time. And it's going to be nice to have all that. It's almost paid off. It's really not much now. But, you know, student loans, paid a lot of student loans off every month. Basically like a mortgage payment since I was 20-something years old, an extra mortgage payment. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I did that. So, okay, so at this point, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just let it dry. And then you would go back. I'm just going to show you for a second what you could do. Yeah, yay on the student loans. What kind of nurse are you, Georgia girl? Yeah, the student loans. You know why I got those student loans paid off? I mean, it's not fast, 20-something years, but why they're almost paid off. And I went to an expensive school, SMU. I mean, it was expensive back then. It was like over $100,000, and then you paid off, you know, it's like $300, $400, whatever. It was a lot of money, but for some reason, I was paying like double, and I didn't know I was paying double until I went to buy a house. It was like in, what year was it? 2000 and, gosh, when did I get me? At some point, I went to buy a house a long time ago. Anyway, long story short, they told me, oh, your student loan payment is this. And I'd been paying double that. Like instead of like $400, I was paying $800 or something like that. But it made it pay off faster, which was good. So anyway, I've paid a lot of student loans. I don't want to pay anyone else's student loans but my student loans. That's my position in it. I just saw this. I'm live. That's all right. Welcome. Come on in, girl. We are making over a cabinet door. But see, like right here, it's a little, we're using the DIY kit to blend it. That wasn't in my original plan, but you know, now you can see all the colors that you can make. And I have never used this kit, but I mean, I've blended a lot, I paint a lot. And that's one reason I wanted to carry DIY paint, because I really like, I'm more of an artist than the stuff I do on the channel. Like, I love to paint. I can paint anything. I can make it, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you. I can make things, I can draw like realistic, I can draw people, I can make them look realistic, I can do paints, all that. But I like to do this stuff too. It doesn't take as much time, and it's fun. Anyway, so we're just kind of doing, this is a whimsical paper for those of you that just joined. And we're just taking that DIY kit and we are blending. Is this helping you guys? You love oil painting. I have not oil painted in a long time. I used to oil paint in college. It just, that stuff, I don't know. It takes a long time to dry. That's the good part. But yeah, it started with, that's just an old cabinet door. And then I cleaned it, took off the hardware. We applied the decoupage paper. We're blending around it. It's like pretty much the first layer. And then, yeah, I wanted to show you how to do a little technique so you can see how to get the thing in. One thing is, as an artist that I did learn in school, is you never want to use a color right out of the tube. That is like a no-no. So it's kind of funny because we do it with these paintings, we do that. But with this kind of stuff, it's fine. But like if you were painting, you don't want to use a color right out of the tube. It's just, that's like just a no-no. So I'm looking for my scraper. Y'all, when I was at that Fusion meeting, they showed us some scrapers that were so flipping cool. There's the Stallmeister brand. And I want to buy some. They have some heavy duty ones. I just have one that I got like at the hardware store. Oh, I think I put it over here earlier. I always have to scrape my countertops because it gets paint on me. Even with this stuff, it still gets paint. But I just have one of these. I'm just painting a screen door tonight, but I'm using the sample size of Park Bench Fusion, which covered the whole. Awesome. I love that color, Park Bench. In fact, I did a tray in that color last time I was on the live. But anyway, I'm just going to show you what you can do just as an example, okay? I'm going to, this is how you do it. This is kind of dry right here, so I'm just going to put a little bit of, I'm going to mix a couple of colors because that orange sure is bright, and that looks to me like it has a little bit of brown in it. So I'm just going to, I think this is the weathered wood, and this is the DIY, so I'm just going to mix that right there and just get a little bit darker color. I don't want it just straight out of the thing. Like I told you, it's kind of hard for me to do. I do it all the time on here, but like when I'm painting, I would never want to put just straight out of the tube color. So I'm going to show you, thank you, it's a whimsical paper. Okay, so look, this is what we're going to do. Are y'all ready? Are y'all paying attention? Let me know. I'm not going to do this if y'all aren't paying attention. Okay, so we got this. Y'all paying attention? Give me a thumbs up if you're paying attention. I need to see if y'all are like watching this. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more of this paint because I want it to be kind of thick. Okay, with the brown. Okay, you're watching. Okay, perfect. Okay, y'all are paying attention. Okay, so we got, you see I'm blending it over here. We're getting kind of an orangey color. You're just going to come over here and you're going to paint it right here, right? Then you're going to take a scraper. You could do anything. You can use this. You can use an old hinge. Doesn't matter. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove it. You scrape that puppy away. You see that? You scrape it away. See that cool look? And then you mix it like that. And then you get that cool. That's how they do that. And then it looks like cool. See? You can do that with any color. If you wanted to add, we're just playing here. It doesn't matter. Let's say you want to add some red with a little purple. Okay, and you want to do like this is like a plummy. Let's get another color. Did y'all like that technique? You like that? Well, y'all are watching. Look at there. See, I'm just sitting over here and I'm gonna put a little of this color and we're just gonna put it right here. You see this? Now, do you have to use a scraper? We're gonna do a quiz. Do you have to use a scraper or can you use anything you want to? Just a hint. Just use anything. Watch this. See that crap? Look at there. Excuse my language. See that? Looks cool, doesn't it? Uh-oh, covered up there. Doesn't matter though. We're gonna scrape it right off. See that? We're just gonna use it and it's gonna look like real art. This is how you get that look. You see, this was already on the paper, but I'm copying it. Okay? That makes sense? This is what I'm saying. There's no right, there's still some paint on there, okay? Yep, you can use anything. Y'all been paying attention. See if you want to add a little bit more of that orange over here. Just add the orange and then you just cross hatch it. You see that? That's all you do. If you want some of that white to show through, you just scrape it down. And then you would just take any color you want and then it gives it texture. Dimension, looks cool. Do you have the IOD scraper? I do. I do have those scraper blades. Those would have worked too. The little silicone blades, the little packs, I do sell those on my website. I think mine are out in my garage, but that's basically essentially the same thing. But see, then whatever color you would want to make or you have, you just do that, okay? Around the edges. Like, that's how cool it is. And that's why I love art, because you just flip and have fun and it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? You just, and then after that dries, you want to come back and do another one? You get to do whatever the flip you want to do. There's no rules. Okay? You want to add just some yellow here? We're going to do the same thing. And this is what I'm doing now. I'm scraping down to get some of that wood. Okay? See, we're just going to do this. And we're going to get some of that wood underneath. So, what do y'all think about that? You like that? And then you just play. You just don't be afraid. A lot of people are afraid. Don't be afraid. No need to be afraid. So, do you have the silicone blades? I think they're called silicone blades. I have them on my website, but I don't have them here. But like right now, so let's say you want to add a little bit of the blue. I mean, I'll show you it painted on, and you can either use this, put it on like this, or you can just scrape it with it. It doesn't really matter. See that? See that? This is what I love to do in school. Like, and then you just add it back on like that, and then it just looks cool. That's all you do. It gives it that look, that real, and it's really like a real look. It's not like a distressed, like fake look. It's really distressed. Then it just looks artsy. And if you want to add, like you want to add a red would look good because it gives it like that contrasting color, and it just looks cool. And then it looks like you're a real artist. Can y'all see it okay? Oh, y'all might not can see that. You see that? I'm just adding, can y'all see down there? Sorry, it was a little bit. If you want to add a little yellow, I mean, you just do whatever the, well, it looks like ketchup and mustard. But you know, you can just go back, and it's kind of fun if you like, you can just put different colors around, and then it just makes it look cool. Whatever color you want. You want to add some darker over here, get that weathered wood right there. And this is how I would do it. I would just keep going until it's the look that you want. Do y'all think y'all can go back and do this? You think you could do it? I think you can. Easy. You see how easy it is? It's so easy. You just have to, if you don't know the technique, you don't know it. But that's the fun thing about art. It's like, what I did probably learn too, and I kind of already knew it, but like you can use scissors, you can use you just use whatever you want to. That looks very cool. I'm definitely going to try out. Yeah, see how easy it is? You want to add a little white? Do the same thing. See how that looks? Look at there. You can just use junk. Just literally use junk that you have. You know, you can just use anything. Any kind of tool you want. And you go in different directions. Looks kind of cool. That's it. So I hope you learned a little something tonight that perhaps you didn't know about. But to me, it looks cool. The other thing is it's important. What I see a lot of people, they don't put enough paint. It's like they put 1 coat or 2 coats of paint and that's it. That's fine, but it looks cool when you, to me, when you get that layered look. See that? See that layered look? And then you don't have to waste that paint. Whatever you scraped up, just put it somewhere else. See, isn't that cool? Then it just moves it around. You're just moving, and you're just getting layer after layer, and you're not messing it up. It's not gonna, sorry, I licked my finger, but it's not gonna mess it up. You see? You just play. You see how it's starting to look like more and more like, I call it more like artsy, like a real piece of work. Yeah, that looks very cool. Okay. Yes, Renee, I have it. That's what I'm saying. You can use an old hinge. You can use an old hinge. You can use a scraper that I probably got at the dollar. I mean, who knows? This probably was my husband's. I will tell you though, they showed us this one. They showed us this one at the Fusion thing, and I am going to buy it though. It's from, and if any of y'all want it, let me know. I don't know how much it costs. Who knows? It's going to be way more than the Dollar Tree. But what they told us is that it's so sharp. This part is so sharp. It's like razor blade sharp, and you never have to sharpen it, like for years. People that use it every day don't have to sharpen it for years. But I want to get that one too because it just looked really cool. They had a bigger one and a smaller one, and I may order those. If any of y'all want that one, y'all just let me know, and I might place an order. But otherwise, yeah, let me show you something else I use from the Dollar Tree. I'll be right back. Y'all don't leave. I gotta show you something. Where's my scraper? It must have gone there. Okay, guys, I have this scraper. I have this scraper from the Dollar Tree. It's probably out with my paint. so I have a scraper at the Dollar Tree, and it's like this big, okay? It's like this big. It's like a, kind of like a food chopper, but it's not sharp like that. But I use that thing all the time, but I don't know where it is. It must be out with my stuff. But anything that's like a scraper, like you can use. But see how you just put the extra paint there? And it looks cool. So what do y'all think about this technique? Do y'all like it? Did y'all learn something cool? If you learned something cool, y'all give me some hearts, thumbs up, whatever. It will shoot this video out to more people if y'all like what I've done tonight with this. But anyway, I would just keep going on a piece like this because, you know, I think the more layers, the better. And then I would just keep going. I mean, you could let this dry and then just keep going, and then I would put, like, I bought this whole bag of handles. I buy, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I got some handles right here, like this, so weird. Did y'all see that tray I made in the, thank y'all so much. Did y'all see that tray that I made in the, that last video? The video, it's out in my garage. The one with the menagerie. Well, I had some handles, different ones I wanted to try, but I bought a whole bag of handles for $4. There's probably like 30 handles in it, but look at these two handles. They would look good right there. They just need to be drilled. And then you could do several things. You know, I always make trays. I don't know why, but you could make handles for trays, or you can make this just into a piece of art. Just put, you know, like a hanger, picture frame, picture wire hanger. It could be a piece of art, a tray, or I bought on Amazon all these hooks. You could put hooks right down there, and it could be like one of those things that you make. Now listen, after you do all this though, after you do this, you need to go back after all this is done and your paint is done. Whatever decoupage medium or whatever, you could either use that or a top coat. You want to seal it again, okay? Otherwise, the paper might have a different finish than the paint. But this is DIY paint. DIY paint has to be sealed anyway. So I would go back with either the big top or that liquid patina, go over it again, and it will be sealed. So that's an important step. Well, I am so glad that you got inspired. If y'all are interested in any of these whimsical papers, you can do this with any of them. You can, okay, so what you can do is you can put this paper on either furniture, canvas, like, you know, whatever this is, a cabinet door like this. Look, I'll hold it up for you. A cabinet door. You could put it, like I buy ugly art at the, with resin for a tray. Yeah, that would be cool. So you can either put, have you ever done, you mean like you poured resin? Have you ever done that? I've never done that, but I've seen people do it. But you can, I buy ugly art at thrift stores for like $2, big ugly canvases of stuff. Then I prime it just like I did. And then I put these papers on it and it makes a big, nice piece of art. Now, I will have to do something to the backside. Like if I was going to sell it, I would need to do something to the backside. You know, I also, see, I used the pretty side, but you could have also used this side too. This is more like a shaker cabinet style. Either one would be good. So do you pour resin, like you have the resin, you mix it up, and then you just pour it on there? Is that what you're talking about? Or do you paint it? What do you do, Luann? Yes, gesso is cheap to use on canvas. Yeah, so yes, pour resin. So yeah, so you could use gesso, and I have not even seen gesso in so many years. That's what we always used when I was in school. Is that upside down to y'all or the right way now? I don't know. I can't really tell. Could you do a crackle, or would that be too much? No, you could do a crackle if you want to. You could do a crackle, but you can do everything. I'm going to tell you something else. You could take a hammer. You could take this and just beat the crap out of, excuse me, there's my language again. You could just take a hammer and you could beat this cabinet up so that it got all, you know, beat up looking. You can scrape it. I mean, you can go back now and scrape it. Like if you want some of that wood to show through, which I think would be cool, is you scrape some of this and get that wood off. You could wet distress it. I mean, there's just like a number of things you could do, but you could keep putting paint on it. I mean, it's just getting started, but y'all get the hint now. What about a crackle paste? You could do that. So let me think what you'd have to do. Because of this paper, you would want to go ahead. Let me think what I did when I did that transfer. I think I sprayed it with a Rust-Oleum. I got to go back and watch that video. I put some transfers on something and then a crackle. What did I do? I think I sprayed it with Rust-Oleum first, and then I used that pen art. Are you talking about the pen art crackle? The fine line crackle? Or you know what else you could do if you want to cheat a little bit? You could, that crackle, are you talking about the, oh, that's Bailey talking about, okay. Are you talking about the, what are you talking about? You could also use that vintage texture stamp if you wanted to cheat. If y'all don't have that stamp, you need it. It's called the vintage texture. It comes with 4 different sections of crackle, and you could stamp it all over there and it would look just like that too. I love the fine line. Okay, I haven't used the paste. I told Fusion, I told the owner of Fusion, I said, I told her, you need to get a crackle, a 2-part, like a fine line crackle. She said she'd look into it. I don't know, we'll see. Because I think that would be cool to have too. But you could like take that crackle stamp and go all around it if you wanted to. Just whatever you want to do. This is already sealed because I put that sealer. But you would want to go over the whole piece again. And then, you know, I'd probably, just to give it some texture or something, I'd probably, you know, you can do whatever you want to really. But, you know, just keep painting and scraping, painting and scraping. That's what I would do. Anyway. Yeah, okay, she uses that paste. I haven't seen her use the paste. I haven't been watching as many videos anymore that I used to, but see, if you paint it and then you scrape it back, it gets you that cool look. And then if you say, oh no, I messed it up, just do it again. You can just put another color on there, scrape it, and then the layers after layers after layers will show through, and it just looks that much cooler. I'm telling you, the more paint you put on there and the more layers, the cooler it looks. But you see what you can do with that, kit? Yeah, okay, I haven't seen her video yet. But anyway, that little DIY kit is a really good kit. You see, I didn't use anything but these colors. I didn't even use the black. But you see, we painted this whole thing with that DIY kit. That kit is $39.99 right now. Debbie said they may come back with another kit, like the same kit, but it's going to be more expensive. So if you want to get this, you should get it now when it's still a good price, because the next time they do it, the price is going up. Because evidently it's a pain to pour these little, okay, let me restate. It's time consuming, which translates to me as a pain to do this. But anyway, so that basically, you see how fast you can make this look like a piece of art? Like, it's so fast. You just, you know, it's really, really fast to do this. And you can make, I mean, that looks like a nice piece of art. And you see how easy it was? It was so easy. And you can do the same thing. Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Too many people are afraid. And you don't need to be afraid. Y'all think I need to do anything else to it at this point? I mean, I can do whatever. I can add more, like I could go back and add more of that turquoise like tomorrow or something. If you get your brush wet, it'll paint better because it gets kind of dry. But it's the fun part. I love to paint and then distress it. Distress it with like scraping tools or whatever. And the more you scrape and distress, the cooler it starts looking. You are welcome, Kathy. Good night, everyone. Good night. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to hit that bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Some of you guys tell me that y'all are not getting, you're not getting the notification that there's a live, but maybe you're not hitting that subscription bell, and you've got to hit that subscription bell, and that's the problem. So anyway, are y'all ready to go to bed? Y'all want to do something else? What do y'all want to do? I'm getting a little tired. I may hit the sack here in a minute, but I'm gonna finish doing this a little bit. I think I'm gonna put this darker color around the edges just so it might be a little bit more uniform. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it'll give it another coat around the edges just for something different. Well, the thing is, you can come back when you're selling. What do you use for backing? Are you talking about, like, if I was going to sell this as a painting, I would just put those two picture hanging like this. This is my junk drawer right here. So I would just put, I can get this out of here. I would just put two of these hooks on both sides, and then the heavy duty wire. Good night, Kathy. So I would just put these two hooks right there on the side. You know, if I was making it into a piece of art, I'd sign my name on it, and then I would put two hooks and a heavy duty wire if you're making it into a painting. If you were making it into a tray, just put your little handles right there, and it's a tray. But remember, you still got to seal this, everyone. Remember that. And then, but see how cool this is? That one paper, that one, where's the other? Where did I put it? Where did it go? Where did oh, here it is. This paper runs $12.99, okay? I used that one section of this to make this entire tray. You see that? So you can make, with the ones that have multiples, that's why I like the multiple ones, because, you know, you can make, I made 4, or I just made this one piece. Like, you could do this and give it as a gift or sell it. And like, if I was putting this in my store as something for sale, I'd easily put $100 on it. If it was like a painting, I'd put $100 on that. Oh, paper or felt. I wouldn't do either, because it's a cabinet door. I'd just paint it. I would just, since it's since this is wood. Were you on here? Who? Were you on here from the start? This is a cabinet door. So I would just wipe this off, and I would fill in the holes, and I would just paint this a color. And I would probably paint it. Would you sing me happy? No, you would. Everyone would run away if I sang you happy birthday. But I'll tell you happy birthday. So anyway, I would just paint it. And I typically, when I'm painting the back, I like to use Fusion Mineral Paint. And the reason is because I wouldn't, first of all, if I wouldn't have done this on a live, I would have painted the back first. If I was painting it afterwards, I would let this all dry, turn it over on a clean surface, because if it's messy when you turn it over, you'll ruin your painting. But I would just put 2 coats, depending on the color. Sometimes one color would work. I would just put a coat of Fusion Mineral Paint on the back, because it's just easier. You don't have to mess with a sealer or anything like that. That's my preference. So, anyone gonna sing? What's your name? Alexani? Anyone gonna sing them happy birthday? Y'all would all leave if I sang happy birthday. I have talents, but singing is not one of them. Anyway, do y'all have any other questions about this? If I'm doing like a paint, like framing a piece of art, I buy this paper, this roll from the Dollar Tree. It's $1.25. I use it all the time. In fact, I'm out. I need to go buy some more. But they always have this craft paper there, and I use that. I use this craft paper with like glue around the edges, just usually Elmer's glue. And then I put it around the edges. Or I have this tape. It's like it's like packing. I just had some out here, but maybe I took it outside. It's like packing tape, but it is it's not like slick. It's more like paper. I would do that. Anyway, I would put the craft paper, and then I had that. I had it. It was literally just out here. Maybe I put it in the garage already. I have like a little area where my packing supplies are, but I use that tape too. It works good too. Any more questions? I'm starting to get a little tired. It's like 11:30 here almost. But I had a lot of fun doing this with you. I hope you guys learned a lot. And like I said, I'm here to help and to share. This is what I like to do. I like to be like a little bit more artsier. And that's what I enjoy doing rather than just painting something. Nothing wrong with painting something. I do that all the time. But yeah, I like to do stuff like this. That's probably my real passion. That's why I love these. The thing that's cool about these whimsical papers is that you can turn it into whatever you want to. So you saw how we took this 50 cent. I bought this cabinet door for 50 cents. We cleaned it, we primed it, we put the paper on it, we decoupaged the paper on it, and we painted this all in what, like an hour or so? How long have I been on here? I don't even know. Well, an hour and a half total, but we did the other project too. Where is it? Oh, I just, see there, I'm just gonna ruin this apron. Let's see. We did, this is what I'm doing for my video. Oops. There's drawers in there. Tomorrow, or my next video, hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. Y'all see this? We did a paint inlay on this. This is an old vintage Craftsman toolbox. I don't know how old it was. It was in horrible shape. At first I was just going to put it in my booth. I tagged it, but it just was ugly. I mean, someone might drop this. Someone might have bought it like that, but it's going to be a lot more fun when I make that over. We did that at first. It was a paint inlay. We talked about the new Iron Orchid Designs. Y'all have any questions about the new Iron Orchid Designs? If you see any of this stuff, you're interested in purchasing, and here's the deal. If you don't like butterflies, I have about 100 of these whimsical designs. I've got horses, other animals, motorcycles, guitars, patterns, florals, you name it. Oh, it's all kind of really cool, like what do you call it, like beachy type stuff. I've got cowboy stuff, western stuff. Anyway, there's mushrooms, just about anything you want is over there on the website. I'm addicted to these papers because they're really cool, and they let people like you and me, whether you're an artist or not, you can create your own art really simply, and you can see how you can take a piece like this that is, it's like the base, and then you can do whatever you want to around it. You know, you could have done like a halo effect, like a dark, sometimes I do like a halo effect. This one I just went with the distressed. So anyway, any of you guys have any questions of me? I'll take a few minutes while I put some of this stuff up. And y'all, listen, did y'all see how I used, this is the DIY kit. I went ahead and just busted it out, even though I have all these colors, because my son lost the brochure, so I couldn't sell it anyway. But I wanted to show you how you really can use this DIY kit. Like, it's not just a marketing ploy. You can literally make all these colors just by doing this. So anyway, they all fits in this little kit. A lot of you have bought, I've sold quite a few of these, but I still have quite a few left. I bought a bunch. I bought like 60 of these. So y'all buy these from me. I gotta sell these. If I buy stuff and y'all don't buy it, then I'm stuck with it, and then I can't buy more stuff. And I like to be able to buy these things for you and offer them to you. That's like my calling, is to teach y'all these kinds of things. That's like I tell it, or like the people that I know, it sounds so stupid, but it's like, I want to get all of my knowledge that I know and share it with you. Okay, so that's basically what I want to do. Okay, I have to read this, and I apologize for squinting, but it's like, the camera's like, 3 feet away. I'm making a hot air balloon. Got a little frustrated, but I have to just embrace the mistake. Yes, you just embrace it. Do you have the hot air balloon whimsical, or are you doing it yourself, like you painting it? Because there is a hot air balloon, one of these whimsical papers. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, they're not really mistakes. You just paint over it. Like, you know, it's like if you were painting a wall and, you know, you made a streak, you wouldn't be like, that's just a mistake. You just wouldn't do that. You just paint over it. You know, if you cook and you put something wrong in there, you just dip it out. Like, you know, but it's like funny with art, everyone thinks it's like a mistake. Sometimes the mistakes turn out to be, you know, really good things, and they really enhance your work and all that. What is this? I got all these lids, but oh, here it is. This is the DIY Swan paint. But yeah, so anyway, I love hearing your stories and what you're working on. Have y'all all joined the creative group? I hope you're all on the creative group. All you people who've been telling me tonight what you're working on, I would love for you to post a picture. And I'm sure everyone on the creative group, I know you're on it, Leslie, because you talk, it's Leslie, right? Is that right? I hope that's right. It's sometimes hard because people have different names. Using a lantern. Okay, I thought so, Leslie. Sometimes you know, everyone, it's like J Bowen, but my name is Emily. You know, it's like, it's kind of hard to remember. Okay, great. Yeah. Whatever you're working on, using a lantern and then decoupaging it. Cool. Well, I would love to see it. Renee, are you on the creative group on Facebook? I would love to see what you're doing. On that, you can post all the time and we can talk. Of course, you can always post, you know, make comments on the videos too. And I want to tell y'all, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for purchasing from me. I know there's a lot of creators out there selling all this stuff, but I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I work hard at this, not saying everyone else does, I'm sure everyone does, but I work hard, I order, I try to do everything just to, doesn't just help me, it helps you too. It helps both of us, because I want you, this is my goal. I want you to have all the knowledge that I have, and I want you to not be afraid and to be proud of your work, and so that you can make beautiful things. You know, I watched a video, and I can't remember what it was, but it was talking about like how all these arts are kind of dying. Like people maybe are not teaching everyone, everyone's not teaching, like, you know, a long time ago, grandmothers would teach their granddaughters to cook and, you know, do art, and some of this stuff is dying, and I don't want this stuff to die. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone that's going. But I don't want, you know, art. Art is important. It's important. You know, the older I get, the more I realize it's for our sanity. It for my sanity. It helps me relax. It's therapy. It's therapeutic. It's fun. And like, look at all these friends. I mean, I could have sat here tonight and done all this stuff by myself. I probably wouldn't have done this because I was going to finish my video, but I would have done this kind of stuff by myself. It was 10,000 times, what? My daughter's making some Lego, my ego, whatever. It was so much more enjoyable doing this with you guys than it would have been on my own. It was so much more fun. So I appreciate you being here with me and you commenting. So your grandmother taught you to crochet. That's cool. I love crocheting. I like to do that too, but I haven't done it in years. Do you make things, Leslie? My friend from high school taught me how to do that basic stitch. There's like this little basic stitch, and I probably made 20 blankets. I hadn't made them in years, but just that little hook. And I used to love to do that. It was fun. I also love to sew. I used to make quilts. My grandmother taught me. Well, she didn't really teach me. She just made quilts. But then back when I was in college, like I couldn't wait to come home. I actually made all these quilts in college. Then when I was in law school, I made all these real cute skirts. It sounds funny, but like those A-line skirts, you know, you could go to like the fabric store and buy that fabric for like, I could make $1 skirts back in like college, law school. And so I made all kind of skirts, and I used to sew all kind of stuff. I enjoy sewing. I have a sewing machine, same one. I haven't sewed that in a long time. Well, I hate you had a scary experience. That sucks. That sucks that you had a scary. I'm just gonna clean up while y'all are sitting here if y'all don't mind. Y'all just keep talking to me. Maybe that's kind of weird. You know, the other night when I was packing all my stuff, I almost got back on the live and just started packing with y'all just to have someone to talk to while I'm doing it. Otherwise, you're just stuck doing it by yourself, you know? It's not as fun. It's a lot more fun with you guys than by yourself. So here's the other cool thing. All these little hardware pieces you can keep that I took off of this little table, and you can use them as tools, or you can use them on other projects, or you could donate them. But I usually keep stuff like this, and then I put it in my little scrap pile, and then whenever I need a little handle or something like that, you can just put it back on there. I know I don't have any friends neither, but here's I do have friends that are close that craft, but I'm always trying to rope my non-crafting friends into crafting. But that's what I like about these lives. We need to do like a Zoom or something. I think that would be fun where we could all see each other. But this is about as close as I can do to craft like together. So sorry if I talk so much. It's just like, I don't really, it's weird. These lives are kind of weird because it's like, am I talking too much? I get tired of my own voice. You know what I mean? It's a little much sometimes. I'm going to move this over here real quick so I can finish. I always put my projects right there. The ones that are drying, I always put them right there. Anyway, I hope some new people joined us tonight. I would never really know who all joined us until after. Well, thank you. This is like the real me. This is what I tell y'all. I'm like, I do art and an art degree. This is more like what I would say my normal self is. I mean, I do these other projects for y'all because I like them and they're fast and it's showing the projects, and you can make a lot of really cool things with all the transfers and all that, but the more artsy is probably more like, I'm not saying the real me, but like, what do you say? Like how I normally am. Anyway, good night, Gina. Thank you for being on here. So I'm just cleaning this up because it's such a mess. My goodness. And so what I love about using this craft paper from the Dollar Tree or wherever, and you can also you can either get it from the Dollar Tree, or I buy it all the time from the thrift store, especially old wallpaper. Like that old, I buy nice looking wallpaper too if it's cheap, but mainly like, sorry guys, the old wallpaper, because you can just use it. It's very thick. Yeah, one day you can do a live. Maybe one day you can do a live with me. 2 people can do, or more than one person can do a live. I've never done a live with anyone because usually it's kind of like a last minute deal. I just decide last minute, hey, I think I want to go on live, and then I just go on live, and then everyone gets mad because they missed it. People missed it, but I don't usually have a set time. It's just kind of like a whim. I had to clean up my house a little bit before I could do a live. I promised my husband I would do a little cleaning before I did more projects. So anyway, that's what I did. So anyway, well, you should do a live. They're a lot of fun. They're not nerve-wracking for me at all. I love them, but for some people maybe they are. I feel like I'm more myself on lives, where like in the video it's kind of put on, you're kind of doing a voiceover and that kind of stuff like that. But good night, Andrea. Anyway, well, I'm gonna check out of here. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Maybe share this with a friend or refer a friend. And keep watching my videos. I'm so glad that you were here today, and y'all have a great night. Look for my video tomorrow, and thank you so much, Leslie. And if you're in the mood for more thrift flips, check out my latest video on all of the new IOD release, and I have, I think, like 200 videos, so there's plenty more that you guys could watch. And y'all have a great night.